Hey guys, it's Chandra, and I'm here to show a new mini album that I came up with last night. And this one measures 9 by 5.5, and the spine is 2 inches. The paper pack that I use is this one, Jen Hadfield Best of whatever, I don't know. There you go. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and it has a bunch of cute. It's basically like this teal color, peach, pink, and black and white, and gray maybe. There's one wood grain in there. It's very nice paper, and I will say it's paper. It's very flimsy, like maybe envelope paper, copy paper type of feel to it. But that's fine when you're making cards or something. You wouldn't want to make this the page though, because it's not sturdy enough. Hi, kitty. So I'm going to show you the page first. This is the whole page right here, these 3 pages, and obviously I haven't gotten done. So this is one page on the hinge, and I did use the hidden hinge on this one. I have 6 hinges in here, so there's 6 different sets. I have 5 in here now. I have, looks like 2 decorated. I'll go one with you, and then I'll finish the album. But the first page here is a pocket, and then you have all this space for photos, journaling. You can flip in, do tip-ins if you want, flips, flaps, whatever you choose to do. This is a pocket here. And I don't know, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. That might be a little bit better. So this is a pocket, and it has a very large tag in it. The tag is a little bit shorter than the page because I have the hinge here on this specific way I put it together, and so it cuts off some of the page, but that's fine. So then here's this flap, and this is 2 pockets. So this one is a large pocket that goes all the way to the bottom, and then this one is a smaller pocket. Okay, and so that is what I'm going to be making now. So I'm going to go through the measurements with you. I call this my folio pages because my friend Deb says, hey, it looks like one of your folios. So the whole 3 things, this thing right here, you could use as just a folio, or you can use it as pages, okay? So the paper, ready? Got a pen? Okay. 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 10, 6 by 5, 6 by 3.5, 6 by 3, and a piece that is 4 1/4 by 8.5. Okay? I haven't talked to myself for a while, so I'm kind of parched. Dr. Pepper. In my husband's cup. It says Coors Light. Okay, so what you're going to need is obviously the cardstock. I was trying to do it with just 3 sheets of cardstock, but this little booger right here, you're going to have to use another piece of cardstock. The rest of the stuff comes from 3 sheets, okay? So you're going to need glue. I love the Turbo Tacky glue. You remember this little concoction thing, by the way, that Laura Dennison came up with? I've had this since I made the video. I haven't used hardly any glue, but I think because I haven't used it and there's air, you can hear the air, I think it dried out. Goodbye. I don't know why I pulled that out. Score tape, my trusty Stampin' Up! Bone folder, which I'm telling you guys, this is freaking the best of bone folder ever. I don't sell Stampin' Up!, okay? But this is that crappy thing from Michael's. It's like all, and it feels like plastic. And this is like a harder resin. It doesn't mend. And look at the point on that thing. I just looked up and it's like, okay, there we go. So see this point on it? It's like a rounded point, but it's not too pointy, where the Martha Stewart one is like really pointy and it pokes. If you do this, it rips into your paper. This one is like not as rounded on the bottom, and it doesn't give a good crisp or a good fold. I hate this thing, but I keep it because I always lose these. Okay, oh, I'm excited to make a video. Okay, so I like to use my Stampin' Up!, but there's tons of different ones, but the balls on this one are good sizes. I like to use this big one. Okay, now I think I'm missing all right, so the 8.5 by 11 sheet. I'm going to get a lot of thumbs down on this one, aren't I? So the 8.5 by 11, you're going to stick to the 11-inch side is at the top, and you're going to score at 5, 5.5, and 6. So again, 11 inches at the top, score at 5, 5.5, and 6 inches. So the second piece is the 8.5 by 10. You're going to put the 10-inch side at the top, and you're going to score at 5 inches. Then you have your 6x5. You're going to stick it in since the 6-inch side is at the top. Say that, 6-inch side. Score it 1/2 inch and then at 5.5. Rotate it, and you're going to score either at the 1/2 inch or at the 4.5, whichever you're more comfortable with. Some people don't scoring on this side, put their fingers there, and they feel like they can't get a good 1/2 inch score because they're holding the paper. So I usually rotate and then score on this side would be the 4.5 inch mark. Basically, you want 1/2 inch on 3 sides. Obviously, we're making a pocket. Is the 6 by 3.5, and the 6 is at the top, so you're going to score at 1/2 inch and then at 5.5. Rotate it and then score at 3. So again, you want score mark on 3 of the sides. Then you're going to take the 6 by 3 inch, score at 1/2 inch and then at 5.5 inches. And then the last piece is the 4 1/4 by 8.5, and you're going to stick it in and score at 3 3/4. So you just want 1/2 inch scored. Okay, now you're done with your scoreboard to get not this, not this, this. We're going to get the 8.5 by 11 sheet, and we're going to score or fold and crease at all of our score marks. Okay, so you're going to end up with this like mountain fold thing there. Okay, set that to the side. Now we're going to get our piece that measures 8.5 by 10, and that's scored in half. So we're just going to fold it in half. I'm lining up the corner here to make sure I get a good fold, and creasing on my score mark. I'm just going to score the rest of my papers, which are pockets and such. So this is the 6 by 5, and I'm folding and burnishing my scores. And then the 6 by 3.5. What are you doing, Chloe? You're going to hear something fall in a minute because the cat's crawling on the table. I don't know what she's trying to do. I don't know with her. But they crack me up because they dig inside of my tote and pull out little Tim Holtz pads for the dauber. It cracks me up. Alright, so I folded out all my score marks. I'm going to get my 2 pockets out that have the 3 sides. Okay. I don't know what you're doing, kitty. Alright, so now I'm going to put my score tape on the 3 pockets. On that and this. And again, these are folded out. They're not, so there's a score, so it's going to fold under. So I'm putting my tape on the side that I'm going to fold under. There's the big pocket. What are you doing? And here's the smaller pocket. She's like stalking me. I don't know. I'll show you what I'm just applying score tape to the flaps here. And this is the 3 by 6 again. And this is the 4 1/4 by 8.5. And then I'm going to bring back the 8.5 by 11 sheet that we scored here. So there's 2 spots on here, this side and this side. I'm going to put a piece of score tape down both of these. Okay, and I think that's the only tape we need. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the little squares, excuse me, kitty, that are formed when we scored those, just like you do on every other one of my pockets. So we're just cutting this piece out here. Let me put it down. You see that? Oh, you pouring. Huh? Are you trying to get it, are you? What are you doing? Oh, you're purring. So just cutting those out, and I think, oh, and the 4 1/4 by 8 sheet, we're going to cut out these little sides. I don't want to get you cut, kitty. So this, like that. So we're just cutting off the little triangle mark. Don't put your butt in my face. I don't like kitty butt in my face. Here, let me move the album and then go to the back of the desk. Yeah, there you go, right there. There, good kitty. All right, so I'm taking the 8.5 by 11 sheet that we had earlier and the 8 by 10 sheet. And what I found easiest to do is take off one side at a time of the score tape. Okay, so this is completely open, and here's the score tape right here. You can see it. And I'm taking this and I'm lining it up. Let me see if I can get closer. No, don't get hair on my tape. So I'm taking this side and I'm lining it up against the score right in front of the score mark. Hey, kitty. And then I'm pressing down right in front of that score mark. See, right here's the score mark where my finger is. You don't want it on the score mark. You want it right in front of it, like a smidgen. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it over here and see, here's the other piece of score tape. Let me zoom back out. What, Chloe? Oh, you're so pretty, huh? And then, what do you see? I'm just going to take it off and fold this part. Let me see. I'm going to take it off and fold this part down. See it all? And that, my friend, is the basics of this page. Okay, I love you, but you're going to have to go that way. Okay, so it's kind of like this page here. All right, and this part right here is what I'm going to use to attach it to the spine, the hinge. Okay, so on this page, okay, I want to put it on the floor. I was trying to be nice, but you're busting my face. I don't like it. Sorry, Chloe. I'm almost done, and then you can come sit up here. Okay, how about that? Okay, so the first spot, I have the big pocket, and that's what we already made, the 6 by 5 sheet. I'm going to take off the tape backing. I have absolutely no nails. None. I was trying to teach myself how to do acrylic nails, and so I bought a bunch of stuff to do it, and I was doing it, and I had filed my nails down so much that they just broke off when they grow. Yeah, not smart. Try it on a practice thing first, not your own nails. I'm putting the pocket on, making sure that it's on the fold. Now I'm just going to burnish it down. And I think, okay, so this side here has the flap. So the 4 1/4 sheet by 8. I'm just going to, so this is the right side of the page. I'm just taking, so the tape is on the bottom, and I'm lining up the fold with the cut edge of the paper here. So I'm going to move it so I can see it better. And again, I'm lining the fold up to the cut edge of the paper. Now she wants out of the room. This is the back, and this is where these 2 pockets are. Now, what I like to do is cut about 1/2 inch off your flaps on each side. You kind of want to try to make it even, but it's not like it's going to kill it if it's not, right? You know what I'm saying? So cut a little snip into those about 1/2 inch up, and then come at an angle from the front of the pocket like that, so that you're going to cut that out of each side. And what's that going to do? I'll show you. All right. So now I'm taking the tape backing off of this pocket that has the 3 score marks on it. Dun, 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 dun. Folding 2 sides and bottom. Again, this is the back page, and a folded edge on the bottom of the cut edge of the page, and lining it up, and then pushing down with my bone folder, and that's called burnish, so that it sticks really well. Now, how would I like to receive software updates from HP? How about I go back to my screen, hit cancel. Why does this have to come up now? I can't see if I'm in frame. Hello? HP, can't you see I'm lurking? This is stupid. There we go. All right. So now this place that we've already cut out the spots here, we're going to take off the tape, and that is just going to help us be able to stick this in without having to do too much so that the pocket goes all the way down. So we're just going to stick this part into the pocket we've already made and make sure it's lined up. You don't want a crooked pocket, although everything I do is crooked. And then there you go. So that is how you make the two pockets. So you can see at a good angle there. All right. So now I'm going to show you how I attach it into my spine here. So here's the last flap in my book. Okay. And I have score tape on both sides of the hinge. So I'm going to take off both pieces at the same time. I don't know where my X-Acto knife is. That would be nice too. All right. So again, the back of it opens up like this because we made that mountain fold. All right. So I'm just going to stick this in. See, I'm running it back and forth just so I know that it's all in there. And I'm lining it up, and then I'll press it down. It's much easier to do when you don't have to worry about your head not getting in the camera. And that's all I do to stick it in there. So now you can, like I said, glue. Oh, I guess I have to do, new glue. All right. So now this middle page right here, it has two openings. You can glue the bottom. And you don't, oops, that's too much glue. You don't want to use too much because then you're really close off your pocket. You just want to get a nice thin line, but enough so that it actually works. There we go. I'm going to wipe off the excess. I'm closing it. See, there's a little glue leakage. It's all right. Glues pretty quickly. It dries pretty quickly. So you want to glue them. And see, like I said, I didn't have glue with me at the church last night. So it's like you go to a crop and it's only like 5-6 hours that you're cropping. So you don't want to pack your whole room, but you feel like you can't do spur of the moment things. You really have to plan on the projects that you're making so that you're sure to bring materials. And like, I'm horrible at embellishing unless I buy that embellishment pack that goes with whatever. That's why I love Simple Stories, because, well, most of the paper companies have them now, but they have embellishments that match their paper lines, and I love that. And it's what drives me nuts about the Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Joann's, and they very rarely have the whole matching kit. So you have to go online and buy everything. So that is the album that I have come up with. And that's why my friend was saying that you could just use this as a little album because it has all the pages. And like you can add flaps if you want, you know, score the at 1/2 inch, and then this could be a little flap here too. And you can just have flaps everywhere. But I think that's cool. And then there's a lot of space that you can actually make, you know, your embellishments be the page or your decoration be one side of the page, because you're still going to have plenty of room for lots of pictures in this. And this is probably, I mean, you can put, you know, your tags in here and your pictures can be horizontal, because when they take out the tag, they can look at the picture. It doesn't always just have to be vertical pictures when you have a design like this. So that is it, guys. Have a great day. Bye.